Isekai.
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 141. He came when Lu Tan was found. She was at an almost abandoned lane on the western part of the city. That alleyway was connected to different smaller roads, and all the messy and complicated alleys made it harder to search. Fortunately, someone in Akai's city guards group was very familiar with that corner of the Ding capital, and thus discovered Lu Tan's whereabouts. Even though one had found Lu Tan, her condition did not make one relax at all. Lu Tan's waist has been stabbed deeply, and the wound was extremely deep. Because it took quite some time to locate her, when she returned to the Shan mansion, she was already at her dying breath. A number of good doctors came over and would only shake their heads over and over again, before saying that they lacked the strength to reverse the desperate situation. Shin Xin was so angry that he almost pulled his sword out. It was Lu Zuyan that said, "All these people are quacks. Take Zin's tally and invite an imperial physician from the palace's medical institute." "Are not those people from the medical institute to all have magical hands that bring the dying back to life? Whoever is able to cure Tanner, the Shen family would reward handsomely." Shen Kaiyu ordered his subordinate to take Shin Zin's tally to invite an imperial physician from the palace. Everyone surrounded in front of Lu Tan's bed, and Lu Zuyan's eyes turned red. Who did this? So malicious. Lu Ling's gaze was solemn. Lu Tan was his Tang younger sister, aka female cousin of his father's side, and to be in a situation where her life and death was unknown, he was naturally upset. However, the even more disturbing thing was that Lu Tan was found, but there was still no information about Shen Miao's whereabouts. Upon seeing Lu Tan's current situation, the other party was obviously vicious, so no one dared to think about what Shen Miao would encounter. The Shen family army searched non-stop in the Ding capital, but there was no slightest clue at all. Those people seemed to have disappeared into thin air. The houses of ordinary people were searched, and all the streets and alleys were searched. One could not go into the residences of officials to search, as they did not have the power to do so even if they wanted to. A terrible silence fell onto the room. Whatever that happened outside, Shen Miao was not aware of it. When she woke up, she already did not know what time was it. Her hands and feet were bound and she was unable to move. Shen Miao slowly opened her eyes. The other party had forgotten to cover her eyes, or perhaps it was unnecessary to do so. This was an empty secret chamber, and there was only a table, a cupboard and a bed inside. One was unable to know where this was. It looked like this was a secret room within someone's residence. Shen Miao could not even move and could only watch quietly. There was no sound at all and nothing could be heard. Shen Miao was previously unconscious and was not aware of what happened. Thus she did not know if Lu Tan escaped and passed the message to Zi Jingxing. Currently Shen Xin was a character that everyone in the Ding capital would have some degree of fear, especially the current situation where the Qins and the Great Liang's envoys had not left. Because Emperor Wenhua relied on Shen Xin, his position rose steadily, and combined with the return of the military power, ordinary people would not be able to touch his head. However, at the moment there were such brainless people who did that, and to be that bold and plainly disregard of the consequences, Shen Miao need to use any brains to guess who that person was. Other than Princess Ming'an, no one would use such a simple and crude method. However, she had not thought that Princess Ming'an would have found help in the Ding capital this quickly. Obviously, Princess Ming'an would not do the job herself, and even if it was Huang Fuhao, he would also not allow Princess Ming'an to use such a stupid method. Moreover, the people who kidnapped her could infiltrate the Feng family guards, so they had some understanding of the Feng family, and had inquired very clearly of her entire journey with Feng and Ning, especially how they were able to cast the Feng family's guards off that quickly with the horse carriage, and entered in the deserted alleys. Everything made it clear of the fact that the help that Princess Ming'an found was just too familiar with the Din capital various routes, and it was obvious that they were natives of Mingqi. With Princess Ming an infallible self-belief, she would not be associated with any lowly character, but those people with official positions would not be willing to risk their lives, and gamble with their future prospects to work with Princess Ming and to kidnap Shen Miao. One had to know that if Shenzhen found out about it in the future, Shenzhen would certainly not take things lying down. The officials of the Mingqi tended to avoid trouble and hastened for advantages, thus for such a dangerous task, they would definitely not do it. Therefore it could only be those who had a certain level of official position, and were extremely eager to climb up, that they would not even care about their own lives. But among the officials in the Mingqi, who were they? Shen Miao could not determine who these people were for a moment. However, as the matter got to do with Princess Ming'an, it would invite trouble for Shenzhen if he were to take action. One did not know why, but the first thing that Shen Miao thought of was that if Zi Jingxing took action, he would definitely be able to find her. When one thought about it, it was true. Zi Jingxing had the Fengxian pawnshop and the information from it comes from all directions, so how could the people who kidnapped her be more familiar? The Fengxian pawnshop had done so much business in the Mingqi and extend in all directions, so there was no reason for them to lose out. Shen Miao could only hope in her heart that Zi Jingxing would find her as soon as possible. She did her best to pull her hands into her sleeves. The person tied her up with the rope so very tightly that Shen Miao's skin tore before she was able to pull her hands to her sleeves. She deliberately did this because after her rebirth, in order to prevent accidents from happening, she had a hairpin specially made. The tip of the hairpin was bent to a hook, and when one was in an imminent peril, one would be able to use this to stab the other person's eyes. This was a method that she learnt in the palace in her previous lifetime, and at the moment it could be used to wear down the ropes. Just as she was about to do it, she heard footsteps outside. Shen Miao's heart jumped and she quickly put the hairpin back into her sleeves, and closed her eyes as she leaned against the wall to pretend that she had not awakened yet. The door opened and someone walked in from outside. From the footsteps, it was more than one person. One of them said, "The Shen family's actions are too big. If this goes on, when can one move the person?" The other said, "What is the panic about? The person is in our hands, so it is not late to send her out when the wind dies down." It was two persons. Shen Miao's mind started deliberating. From their tone of voice, they were here temporary to take shelter from the raging winds, and would eventually move her out. Whatever place that Princess Ming'an want to send her to, it would not be anywhere good. Her heart was a little relieved to hear that Shenzhen's actions were extremely fast, as with so many pair of eyes watching, it would be difficult for the other party to move her out now. Thus, at least for this short period of time, she would not be in danger. It was just that Shen Miao's heart was suspicious. These two persons' voices were so familiar, but she was feigning being asleep and could not open her eyes to look. She seemed to felt that there were gazes on her, and Shen Miao heard one of them speaking hesitantly. "Why is she not waking up? Could it be that one used too much force before?" "Second older brother, what is the time now? You still have time to care if she is awake or not?" The other person said, "Do not worry. Even if Shen Miao does not wake up, the princess will also be happy. You have already seen the princess' attitude. The worse off Shen Miao is, the better. It does not matter if she lives or dies. I am just worried." The person that was called second older brother sounded really worried. What if father find out about this matter? So what if father find out about it? You and me are father's sons. After that little bastard died, father can only rely on us brothers in the future. That person continued, "Moreover, the Zi family and the Shen family are already in disagreement. Do you think that father will report his own sons over to the Shen family?" "Zi family, Zi family." The corner of Shen Miao's eyelashes trembled as she was unable to hide the astonishment in her heart. She had not expected that the people who kidnapped her would be from the Zi family. That person called the other second older brother, so it was without a doubt that these two persons were Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou. Shen Miao could not believe it in her heart. She had never even thought that the people that Princess Ming and allied with would be Zi Changwu and Zi Changzhou. One knew that even though the Shuzi brothers had been dissatisfied with Zi Jingxing all the while, but based on her previous lifetime, they were however like Fu Ziyu Yi, adept at enduring silently, So how could they be so arrogant and conceited this lifetime? They did not hesitate to put themselves in danger, and were involved in the shady business of kidnapping others. The residence of the Marquis of Linan was a large and influential family of the Mingqi that even as Shu's sons, they outranked many officials' sons. Once Zichang Wu's and Zichang Zhao's doings were exposed, the entire residence of the Marquis of Linan would be destroyed. Were these two people insane? Zichang Wu drank a sip and said, "Is this place safe?" "Naturally it is safe," Zichang Zhao said proudly. "No one would have thought that the young lady of the Shan family would be hidden in our residence. What is more, that in this residence, this secret chamber is only known by the two of us. Even if Shinzin really managed to get His Majesty's verbal edict and with fortune by his side, come and search in our residence, I can guarantee that he will return in low spirits." "That is good." Zichang Wu sighed in relief and said, "Success and failure of this matter is only just a momentary slip, so there must not be a single mistake. Once the wind outside dies down, one have to quickly move the person away." Zichang Zhao nodded his head and took out clean water and rice out from the basket, before walking over to Shen Miao and placing the two bowls in front of her. "Wake her up, one cannot starve her to death," Zichang Wu said. "No need," Zichang Zhao said. "Keep her tied. It is not like she does not have a mouth. Do not you find that to let a young lady eat like a dog, Her Princess Highness would be happy to heard about it? At that time when the princess is happy, it would be good for us when she speak a few good words in front of His Highness," Zichang Zhao said. "Also good. It is third younger brother that is thoughtful. In this case then let us go out first, so that others would not be suspicious." After both of them finished speaking, they left. When there was no more sounds, Shen Miao then slowly opened her eyes. There were two bowls on the floor in front of her. One bowl was filled with clean water and other with rice. Fortunately Zichang Wu and Zichang Zhao did not give her disgusting things to eat. Shen Miao sighed. It is not like she had not eaten such things. In the chilly cold palace, even rotten food was provided, but in order to live, one would be able to temporarily put down one's dignity. As long there was a chance to live another day, there would be a day that one could take revenge. It was just that Zichang Wu's and Zichang Zhao's words finally made her knit her eyebrows. It turned out that this was a secret chamber of the residence of the Marquis of Linan. If that was true, then it would be difficult for Shenzhen to search till here. First, without Emperor Wen Hua's verbal edict, it was not possible for one to search the residence of an official, unless one was able to produce tangible evidence. However, without any rhyme or reason, the Zi brothers did not have any interactions with Shen Miao, so how would anyone suspect that they were the perpetrators? Second, even if Shenzhen was really able to obtain the verbal edict, just like what the Zi brothers said, this secret chamber was extremely hidden that even Ziding was not aware of it, so how would Shenzhen be able to find it? The Zi family did really take different approaches. The most dangerous place was the safest place. As a result, things became even more thorny. Shen Miao looked at the clean water in front. Could Zi Jingxing find her? At the other side, in the Shen mansion, the imperial physician from the palace finally came. The oncoming person was wearing white and holding a folding fan. If he was not carrying a medical box, he would seem like some gentle and warm gentleman of some noble house. He did not seem to be here to save someone, but more like coming here to appreciate flowers. However, this was the young imperial physician from the palace. Jiao Yang, Lu Zuyan and Xin Xin had looks of doubts on their faces. Even though Jiao Yang's medical skills were commendable in the palace, but those who went for treatments were all the consorts and females, often like flowery exterior with no substance. One would not know if it was because Jiao Yang looked good that everyone praised him or for his medical skills. As for medical professionals, everyone would have an image in which those that were older would have remarkable medical techniques, and those younger ones only had some inconsequential knowledge. Shenzhen had not expected that the imperial physician who was invited from the palace would be Jiao Yang, and momentarily was unable to decline him. If they were to go invite again, then there would be a significant delay of time. This rumored imperial physician Jiao understood the affairs of life, and since he was invited by others, He walked in an exuberant manner to the unconscious Lu Tan to take her pulse. Everyone's gazes were on him. After a while, Zhao Yang then shook his head and sighed. Breathing is weak, pulse is in disorder, wound is very deep which impacted the lungs and even lost a lot of blood. Difficult. Lu Zuyan immediately said, another quack doctor. Caillou, go and take your father's tally to invite a doctor over. Wait. Zhao Yang said unhappily, I am only said it is difficult, and did not say that the condition is serious and cannot be treated. You all had invited me to do a house visit and now look for another doctor. General Shen, what is the meaning of this? You really can save Biao younger sister? Shen Caillou took a step forward and asked. If there is any more delay, there would be no use even if one were to step in. Zhao Yang said, all right. Shin Zin said, do not suspect people one can use. A suspect cannot be used. I trust you. If Imperial Physician Zhao can cure Tanner, the Shen family will definitely reward handsomely. Zhao Yang laughed and said, one dare not. A healer has the hearts of parents, so money is not needed. Lu young lady is at death's door and one cannot delay anymore. This humble one will first apply acupuncture on Lu young lady. May everyone wait outside. Lu Zuyan was still somewhat hesitant, but Shenzhen had already head out. He had traveled extensively and knew that some people with ability would have some weird habits. Moreover, medical skills were something that would not be passed down externally, so he thought that Zhao Yang was afraid to be seen by others. Shen Caillou and Lu Ling also followed closely behind Shenzhen. When Lu Zuyin saw this, no matter how worried she was, she could only follow out. When only Zhao Yang and the unconscious Lu Tan were left in the room, Zhao Yang put his medical box down and mumbled to himself as he opened it up. What does all this got to do with me? Now I have become the person who needs to put in effort. He took out a clothed bag and spread it out, displaying dozens of golden needles of different sizes and shapes. Zhao Yang said, never mind fawning over Shen Miao, now you moved one to have to please the family members. He shook his head and reached out to untie Lu Tan's clothes and said resignedly, apologize for offending. This one does not wish to do so, and if one wants someone to be accountable for it, then go to the Prince Rui's residence and look for that one with the mask. Time passed very quickly and 2 days went by in succession. In 2 days, that imperial physician from the palace really demonstrated his outstanding medical skills. When all the physicians were overwhelmed, Zhao Yan only inserted 2 acupuncture needles, and let others feed Lu Tan 2 bowls of medication. Lu Tan's breathing gradually calmed down and her pulse was much stronger than before. If any other physician take a look, they would at least said that a life was saved. Changing from being initially skeptical about Zhao Yang, Lu Zuyan honored Zhao Yang as a valuable and honored guest, and because of fearing that Lu Tan's condition would repeat, Zhao Yan had to complete the acupuncture treatment twice before it was considered finish. Thus Lu Zuyan let Zhao Yang stay in the Shen mansion, so that it was more convenient for him to check up on Lu Tan's condition on a daily basis. Lu Tan's condition was stabilized, but at Shen Miao's end, there were no good news at all. When Emperor Wenhua knew of the matter, he was extremely furious. Not mentioning the prejudice of Shenzhen, someone dared to kidnap an official's daughter at the feet of the Heaven Sun, especially when the Qian country and the Great Liang had not left. It was a clear indication that traitors were creating chaos, and the common people were unable to work and live in peace. Thus he was acquiescing of Shenzhen's great fanfare search of his daughter. But even digging 3 feet into the Din capital, one was unable to discover Shen Miao's whereabouts. It was as if those people had disappeared into thin air. All the commoners' households were searched through one by one, and if one were to continue searching, then one could only search the officials' residences of the Ding capital. But the relationships between officials were complicated. One carelessness would lead to a great chaos, so Emperor Wenhua was not willing. Thus this became a stalemate situation. The soldiers patrolled the streets all day, and even though the public security of the Ding capital had improved a lot, for the Shen family, it was tantamount to lighting a fire in their hearts, and they were even more anxious. In the study of the residence of the Marquis of Linen, Zi Changwu and Zi Changjiao were chatting. Zi Changwu said, "The Shen family is watching too tightly. We have no ways of moving Shen Miao out. If this carries on, Princess Ming'an would start to push the blame down." In fact, Princess Ming'an was already angry. Although the Zi brothers succeeded in kidnapping Shen Miao, Princess Ming'an's hatred on Shen Miao had ingrained deep into her bones, and she could not wait to see Shen Miao fall into prostitution today, and into a life that she could neither live nor die. Who knew that because of Shen Zin's great fanfare search, Zi Changwu and Zi Changjiao dared not act rashly, and kept Shen Miao hidden in the secret chamber of the residence of the Marquis of Lineage. With Princess Ming an impetuous personality, how would she be patient? Early today morning, she sent someone over to warn Zi Changwu that if he did not move Shen Miao out, the deal before would be invalid. With Shen Zin's subordinates searching and taking stock of each household search in front, and with Princess Ming'an pushing without caring of rights and wrongs of the matter, no matter how shrewd Zi Changwu was, it was unavoidable to have a headache. Second older brother must not be anxious. No matter how Shen Zin check, let us first ensure that we are not exposed. Zi Changjiao said. I am not in a hurry, but Princess Ming'an's side is pressing. When Zi Changwu said till that, he could not help but complain. She did not think that at such a time, if there was any flaws, she would also be unable to escape. All right, Zi Changjiao said. The princess only want to see Shen Miao being humiliated by others. Even if we are unable to move Shen Miao out, one would be able to send people in for the residence of the Marquis of Lin and to recruit some rough servants. It would not be illegal or suspicious. Zi Changwu was dazed for a moment. It was correct. All Princess Ming'an want to see was that someone would humiliate Shen Miao, and now that the situation outside was tense, one was unable to move Shen Miao out, but it was possible to bring outsiders back and make Shen Miao into an exclusive consumption for other. Could this satisfy Princess Ming'an? Third younger brother, Zi Changwu said. You had already thought about it. Today father has a social interaction with an official of the Ministry of Revenue, and if both of us were absent at the same time, it would arouse suspicions in others. Zi Changjiao said. Second older brother, you go first and I will let the mama in charge by some people before reporting it to the princess. These days, because of the matter of confining Shen Miao, both of them had declined many social interactions that Zi Ding had rarely arranged. If this continued, it would be just too abnormal. Zi Changjiao said. I understand. Third younger brother, you must be even more careful and not leave anything for others to leverage. Zi Changjiao complied. After Zi Changwu left, Zi Changjiao took the secret chamber's key out from his sleeves, and a trace of a weird light appeared in his eyes. Shen Miao had stayed in the secret room for 2 days, and although she did not know how long had passed, from the number of times the meals were sent over, she was able to guess it. Her heart could not help but sink. It had been 2 days and these people did not even touch her, and that meant that Shen Zin's actions were just too huge. But even with such a huge fanfare, no one was able to search till here. That meant that the leverages that the Zi brothers mentioned were correct. It was difficult for anyone to thought about this place. Just as she was thinking, she heard someone coming in from outside who pushed open the doors. In the dim light, the other person looked straight into Shen Miao's gaze, and was first startled for a moment before smiling. These few days you were feigning sleep, so why are you not faking it today? Zi Changjiao had some similar features as Zi Changwu, but upon comparing to Zi Changwu's ability to endure silently, he was more impatient. At this moment he walked nearer to Shen Miao and had seen that she already ate half of the clear water and rice before slicking her tongue. He then said very regretfully, not only Her Princess Highness, I too really want to see how a young lady would eat like a dog. Why did you not wait for me? Shen Miao looked at him coldly. For a moment, Shen Miao felt that she was able to understand why Zi Jingxing would hate these two Shu younger brothers, as they were just like Shen King and Shen Yu. Shen King and Shen Yu still wanted to conceal their own evil hearts, but Zi Changwu and Zi Changjiao looked just like villains, and did not even disguise their malicious words. Seeming being angered by Shen Miao's gaze, Zi Changzhou violently held Shen Miao's chin and forced her to look at him. Zi Changzhou said, "Young Lady Shen still do not know that now General Shen and Shen Furen are still searching for your whereabouts in the entire Ding capital, with 10,000 of gold taels as a reward, but it is unfortunate that no one had claimed it yet." You say, "If I send you out, would one be able to get that 10,000 of gold taels?" Shen Miao did not speak. "It is a pity that I am working for others and naturally cannot let you off so easily." Zi Changzhou smiled again. "Do not worry, from today onwards your days would be slightly better." Her Princess Highness planned to sell you to the lowest ranked brothel, but unfortunately General Shen is watching tightly, thus we can only bring the brothel to the Marquis residence. Shen Miao's gaze got slightly heavier. Seeming extremely satisfied with Shen Miao's reaction, Zi Changzhou got closer to Shen Miao and was almost beside her ears, whispering in a weird low voice, "In the morning I had instructed the mama in charge to recruit some rough men, particularly those strong vulgar ones. You say, after tonight, would you have the energy to glare at me?" Shen Miao's eyes hung down, but she was secretly holding onto the hooked hairpin in her hands. These 2 days she has not been idle, and with an unimaginable perseverance, she had managed to wear off the ropes that bound her hands and feet. She reckoned that at the moment the ropes at her feet were only connected slightly, and would have severed after a little struggle. At that time she would use the hairpin to stab Zi Changzhou's eyes. The roads of the world were walked by oneself. The so-called dead ends were only considered so when one did not have the courage to try. Zi Changzhou said, "But I am not willing to hand over such a delicate little beauty to others." A fine and tender daughter of an official. He had emphasized heavily on the 2 words daughter and smiled. "It would be better for me to first have a taste." At the beginning, Zi Jingxing, that little bastard seemed to treat you differently. Zi Changzhou's smile became uncouth. "I have been brothers with him for over 10 years and understood his character. One fear that the relationship between you and him was not normal." "Why?" Was Shen young lady, Zi Jingxing's mistress? Zi Changzhou words had become so horrible to listen to that even Shen Miao displayed a bit of anger. However, this anger seemed to have pleased Zi Changzhou as he laughed out, "It is all right if you were his mistress. That little bastard had suppressed us brothers in the residence of the Marquis of Lineage for so many years, there would not be any disadvantage when I sleep with his woman." He laughed wickedly. "Shen young lady should thank me. By having your first time given to a young master like me, is better than with those farmers that are rolling in the mud. After going through with them, you will then know what a beast truly is." He violently jerked up Shen Miao's head and his thumb caressed Shen Miao's face. The somewhat intoxicated look that appeared on his face made one feel disgusted. Shen Miao's gaze was calm, but she was scheming on when she would stab an eye of Zi Changzhou. And how would she be able to stab the other? Let's see, how could he run away after stabbing both his eyes out? Zi Changzhou's eyes slightly cleared up. His face suddenly got serious as he looked towards Shen Miao and said, "Why are you not afraid?" Shen Miao stared at him. Zi Changzhou's face was serious and seemed to be unhappy with her unresponsiveness. "Why are you not afraid? Are you waiting for someone to save you?" Shen Miao said. "What exactly do you want to do?" Zi Changzhou suddenly leaped and Shen Miao was not in time to avoid him, and was thrown onto the ground. This time she no longer cared about anything as her hands and legs were struggling to break the ropes apart. Before she could have time to pull out the hairpin in her hands, Zi Changzhou started to bite randomly on her body. It was like he had gotten insane as he started to mouth off randomly. "Who are you waiting for?" Could it be that dead Zi Jingxing? Shen Miao felt the hairpin while struggling, and just as Zi Changzhou turned towards her while burying his face in Shen Miao's neck, and was about to tear her clothes apart, Shen Miao's gaze became cold, raised her hands and was about to stab his back. But when her gaze swept across the door, her hands paused. "Do you think that Zi Jingxing will come and save you?" Zi Changzhou roared. That little bastard was already skinned and beheaded, that there was not even any bones left over. A calm and majestic voice with a slight irritation lightly sounded in the empty secret chambers. "Really?